The second coming is probably the most anticipated event in the body of Messiah. I would be so bold to say that all believers of Yeshua are looking forward to that day. But did you know that the second coming of Yeshua could not happen unless two Jewish events occur first? One of those events was taught in our last segment. Romans chapter 11, verse 25 to 27 taught us that, and all Israel will be saved. And this happens towards the end of Jacob's trouble. The Jewish people of the land of Israel that make it through the tribulation period receive the Lord Yeshua. They get saved, and they have their names written in the book of life. This is one important event that has to happen before the second coming of Yeshua. And the second Jewish event that has to occur is the newly saved nation of Israel from Jerusalem calls on Yeshua to come back to deliver them from the evil clutches of the anti-Messiah. And so we're going to take a look at this scripture here right now. Let's take a look at Matthew chapter 23, verses 37 through 39. Matthew 23, verse 37 through 39. Now this is Yeshua speaking just outside of Jerusalem as he's about to enter into the city in what is commonly known as the triumphal entry. And so he's outside the city, and he's actually speaking to the city and all the Jewish people here. In verse 37, he says, "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, who kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to her. How often I wanted to gather your children together, the way a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, and you were unwilling." Now Yeshua starts off here by speaking a metaphor. It shows his great desire to take the children of Israel and begin the Messianic Millennial Kingdom. But he realizes he can't do this because the children are unwilling. They were unwilling to believe that he was the Jewish Messiah, that he is Lord, that he is their God. And so he cannot begin the kingdom. Very unfortunate for them, of course. Then in verse 38, "Behold, your house is being left to you desolate." Your house means your temple, your dynasty. It's going to be destroyed. This is Yeshua's prophecy. It's going to be destroyed. And of course, it was destroyed in 70 AD. But here in verse 39 is the key for our little segment here. Verse 39 says, "For I say to you, from now on, you shall not see me until you say, 'Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord.'" You see, Jerusalem and the Jewish people will not see Yeshua again until they say, "Baruch haba b'shem Adonai." Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. It's been almost 2,000 years since Yeshua said this to the city of Jerusalem. But he was talking about the time period at the end of Jacob's trouble where the nation of Israel gets saved. They get their names written in the book of life, and then they actually call upon Yeshua to come back. They call upon him and they say, "Baruch haba b'shem Adonai." Lord, come back for us. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. And then Yeshua will come back. There's a special word there in verse 39. The word "until." It's a time-sensitive word in the Greek. And he says, you're not going to see me until you say these words. And so, when those Jewish people, what's left of the tribulation period, they get saved in the city of Jerusalem, they cry out unto the Lord. And they get saved, they get their names written in the book of life. And then they call upon Yeshua to come back. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord.